you're still alive. I'm not, so I need a bit of energy now. I'm very glad to be here tonight because do you know that you are so privileged to have an international evening tonight? You have Italian, you have French, even Scottish. I mean, Jimmy, I love your accent. But for French, learning Scottish, it's quite difficult sometimes. So GLO Europe mission. Why GLO Europe? GLO Europe exists for the very purpose of reaching Europe for Christ. Why Europe? Because Europe, as we heard about Italy, and I appreciate my friend Giovanni, because in France it's exactly the same problem. The spirituality of our countries are dead, close to nil. 1% as well in France for Christian evangelical churches. These last 50 years, the church has shrunk in Europe. And our desire, my desire, and I'm going to prove to you, my desire, you see this shirt, it's GLO Next Gen, next generation. My desire is to see a next generation, to go in Europe. And as far as I know, you're still part of Europe. Yes, that was a joke, so you can laugh. Mobilize and motivate Christians, how you are tonight, to go all over the place in Europe, to work with Christians, with churches. And we have a strategy for that. The strategy is to send people in teams, summer teams. And how do you reach so many people? Well, we had this idea as GLO a long time ago to send teams, people in different countries in Europe, to work for a week, for 2 weeks, and to share with people in churches, sometimes GLO worker, resident in this country, sometimes other missions, but working with other Christians, having this taste of what it is to be in another country. Each year we send between 20 and 35 short-term teams, to different locations in Europe. And sometimes we are working with GLO and sometimes we are not. And I'm going in Sicily this year with my wife because my wife is Italian and the two parents of my wife are Sicilian. So for the first time we are going in Sicily and there is no GLO worker in Sicily. So we're going to try something. And I know Sicily and I know it's a good country. So no problem. But what does it mean to share the gospel in a cross-cultural context? When you go in Italy, in Albania, in Romania, in France, how is it to work with an Italian brothers and sisters? Because last year I've been in Italy. I've been often in Italy because my wife is Italian, but last year we've been, 12 of us, we've been in Italy to serve in a little church, Monte Sant'Angelo. I don't know if you know the place. Very, very strong Catholic people here. And we have been 12 with 7 different nationalities. French, of course, Italian, English, Scottish, Nigerian, Albanese, and the brothers, some brothers in Sicily as well. And yet, I felt at this time that we were one body, one church. And that's one of the experiences we can have with summer teams. Being with brothers and sisters and discovering that they are family. And I agree with your logo in Italy. Heart for family. Because we are family. Now, I know probably one question you have in your heads. Do they speak English? Because it's very nice, Seb, to want to send us in Italy or in Romania or Albania, but do they speak English? Yes, they do. Well, basically, you don't speak any other language than English or Scottish, but you know what I mean. But they try to arrange themselves to communicate with you. And also, I found very interesting to preach in the street, being translated, because people stopped and try to understand what you're saying. And obviously they can't understand, so they listen to translation. And they are exactly like you tonight. They try to understand our accent. You try to understand my accent right now. I can see your face. I just want to read this testimony, not because it's a testimony from someone going in a French team, okay? But I just want to read that with you. I was really challenged with my week in Aix-en-Provence, south of France. Spending time with the relative new Christians at the Feu was fantastic. Witnesses their enthusiasm, passion for the fire to spread the gospel to others, put me to shame a little as to our witness at home. I hope some of the passion and new ideas will rub off and I can utilize them at home. And that's exactly my point here. When you go in summer team, you're going to experience something. And you can take this back home. And don't change everything. Don't rush to your elder saying, we have new ideas and we want to change everything. That's not what I'm saying. But you can have a different perspective, different views. And it's not just to serve. Because when you go in teams, you work as a team with the church, with the people of the church, and with your team. And often, that's a great opportunity to do discipleship. I was a team leader last year, and we had a great experience together, and I think there is team members here, so I don't say so much. But that was a real experience as a team leader and as a team member for others. And I think to our youth people, yes, there is no many young people here tonight, but I think about them. And I want to show a video, and I come back to that after. Many people already apply for summer teams, but we need more people. And this year we are 35 teams. And we're happy for individuals to apply, or if you are a youth leader tonight, or an elder, or a church leader, just come to see me. If you have young people in your church, I will please to just join your church for an evening or a meal and speak with them. Try to encourage them to go in summer teams, to go in mission, to try to visit Giovanni in his church, to understand that we have a lot here. We have a lot of opportunity to share the gospel here, and that in these countries, they don't. They struggle. And I know that I'm speaking to people, a lot of you are already involved in mission, And if you cannot do a team, try to encourage a young people. Like Paul did with Timothy. Try to go find someone. Do you want to go in mission? Do you want to test something about mission? Try to encourage someone. And if you cannot go, why not supporting this person? Helping him or her to go in a team. Because my wife is working for all of this stuff, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, and everything else, she asked me to ask you, could you please like us, if you know what it means? Okay? You go on Facebook and you like the page, and not just GLO, obviously. I'm in Echoes International Evening, so yeah, he's very happy. Please like the pages, just because we can be seen more and more. And so when we promote this kind of event, or summer teams, we have people, we are seen. Thank you very much.